So I'm here with Sister Louise Cleary, who's a participant at the ACRATH National Conference at Walkham Hills. Thank you for your time, Louise. Louise, can you tell me a little bit about your background with, as a religious and also with ACRATH?
Yes, I'm a Brigidine sister and have been involved in education most of my life and in social justice advocacy. And in 2003-04, I'd been involved a little bit with some trafficked persons that I'd met, and then with some other sisters initiated the foundation of ACRATH, Australian Catholic Religious Against Trafficking in Humans. And so I've worked with ACRATH since that time.
How long was that? How long ago was that?
I'm not sure whether it was 2003 or 2004.
That's a long time anyway.
Yeah.
And so what do you do now?
I work on that for the National Committee as a committee member, and I have held the chair of ACRATH at one stage. Yeah. But there are two areas that I'm focusing on at the moment. One is working on a joint project with St Vincent's Health Australia and ACRATH, and it's a partnership to look at how does a health system get a systemic approach to educating their staff to be responsive to the needs of trafficked persons who might present themselves in emergency departments or other areas of hospital, and what would be the best pathways for service and care of them. And the second part of that is to work with the procurement team of St Vincent's Health Australia. Being a very large system, they have many providers, and with the introduction of the Modern Slavery Act, they're taking a really significant role in implementing and trying to put in place processes for slavery-free supply chains.
So just a little bit more on the procurement team. What's that involve? You know?
The procurement team is about the purchase of all of the products that the hospital requires, from sheets to food to employment of staff, and those areas. And so it's the contracting of suppliers for those areas.
There's sort of things you don't sort of think about when you go to hospital, do you? Where the sheets come from, or the gloves that they're using or anything.
That's
Plastic,
exactly
yeah.
right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
I think there's more of an awareness, and with the introduction of the Modern Slavery Act into Australia, being a big system, they will be part of the reporting requirements. A company required to report, and it's very good to see a Catholic healthcare system taking the initiative and being a leader in the field.
Right. So there's a number of levels. It's actually the products that are being used, but also the people that come through the service, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, Louise, you've been to this conference. How did you find the conference?
Well, the conference was very exciting, really, in that members come from all over Australia, and in each area of Australia there is a careful addressing of some aspect of human trafficking. In some areas it could be a focus on labour trafficking, in others on forced marriage and education, on community education around human trafficking. So I've found a huge level of engagement, a lot of energy from a significantly older group.
Yeah. And the membership of ACRATH, can you say a little bit about that?
ACRATH has a membership of, it was started by religious women.
Yes.
We now have a number of religious men from religious congregations as well. And it's about 80% religious women and about 20% of women and men, and about 20% or 25, I think, of lay colleagues who have thrown their lot in with ACRATH to do the work.
Louise, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.